In the very heart of Europe lies a country that feels as if time decided to slow down. The Czech Republic, also known as Czechia, is a landlocked nation in Central Europe, surrounded by Germany to the west, Austria to the south, Slovakia to the east, and Poland to the north. It has no coastline, no sea breeze, and no tropical beaches, yet it remains one of the most visually captivating countries on the continent. Covering an area of approximately 78,000 square kilometers, the Czech Republic is compact, efficient, and remarkably easy to explore. With a population of just over 10 million people, the country feels neither overwhelming nor empty. Distances between cities are short, transportation is well connected, and within a few hours, you can move from vibrant urban centers to quiet medieval towns frozen in time. What truly sets the Czech Republic apart is its atmosphere. This is a country where medieval architecture is not preserved behind glass, it is lived in. Cobblestone streets, Gothic towers, Romanesque churches, and centuries-old bridges are part of everyday life. Walking through its cities often feels like stepping into a historical painting, where modern cafes and trams quietly coexist with structures built hundreds of years ago. Despite being surrounded by some of Europe's most powerful nations, the Czech Republic has maintained a strong and distinct identity. Its location at the crossroads of European history made it a witness to empires, wars, and political shifts. Yet much of its architectural heritage survived intact. This gives the country a rare authenticity that many travelers find immediately captivating. The Czech Republic is not loud, flashy, or dramatic. Its charm lies in subtle details in symmetry, balance, and quiet beauty. It invites exploration without pressure, offering a sense of discovery that feels natural rather than staged. If this first glimpse into the Czech Republic already sparked your curiosity, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Because in the next part, we dive straight into Prague, a capital city that may quietly become one of the most unforgettable places you've ever seen. Following our first glimpse into the Czech Republic's medieval heart, the journey naturally leads us to its crown jewel, Prague. Located in the northern interior of the country, far from any coastline, Prague proves that a city does not need the sea to feel alive, poetic, or endlessly captivating. Prague was built along the Vltava River, a lifeline that flows from south to north, a rare direction among European rivers. This winding river does more than divide the city, it defines it. From above, Prague looks like a carefully composed artwork, where water curves gently through red rooftops, green parks, and centuries-old stone bridges. The city did not fight the river, it embraced it. Life in Prague is clearly shaped by its two riverbanks. On the eastern side lies the historic heart of the city. This is where Old Town unfolds, with its narrow cobblestone streets, medieval squares, national museums, and iconic landmarks. Every step here feels layered with history. Buildings do not simply stand, they tell stories. This side of the city attracts visitors, photographers, and dreamers who come searching for Europe as it once was. Cross to the western side of the Vltava, and the atmosphere subtly shifts. Here, Prague feels more modern, more residential, and more grounded in daily life. Office buildings, apartment complexes, and quieter neighborhoods dominate the landscape. This is where many locals live, work, and return to after the crowds fade. The contrast is striking, yet harmonious. What makes Prague exceptional is its urban balance. The city is divided into districts such as Prague 1, Prague 2, and Prague 5, each with its own rhythm and purpose. Despite this complexity, the city never feels overwhelming. Thanks to efficient planning and compact distances, moving from one end of Prague to the other takes only minutes. Prague does not force modernity to erase history, nor does it trap itself in the past. Instead, it allows both to coexist. Glass and steel rise quietly beside Gothic towers. Trams glide past medieval walls. The result is a city that feels timeless, yet alive. And as you stand by the Vltava, watching the city reflect in its waters, you begin to understand something important. Prague is not just a capital, it is a conversation between centuries, flowing calmly, patiently, and beautifully forward. After discovering how Prague is shaped by the Vltava River and balanced between history and modern life, the next question naturally arises. How does such a carefully layered city actually move? The answer reveals one of Prague's greatest strengths: its public transportation system. Prague's metro is fast, clean, and remarkably efficient. Unlike many major European capitals, it rarely feels overwhelming or chaotic. Trains arrive roughly every 10 minutes, sometimes even sooner, allowing residents and visitors to move across the city smoothly. Whether you are heading from the historic Old Town to a quiet residential district or crossing the river from east to west, the metro makes distance feel almost irrelevant. In just a few minutes, the city unfolds before you. What makes this even more impressive is the cost. Public transportation in Prague is affordable, especially by European standards. A single ticket costs only a small amount, yet grants access to a network that covers nearly the entire city. For travelers, this means freedom. The freedom to explore without constantly worrying about expenses or complicated routes. Above ground, the tram system becomes the city's true signature. Tram tracks run through nearly every street, weaving seamlessly between medieval buildings and modern structures. Trams arrive frequently, making them ideal for short trips and spontaneous exploration. You may notice overhead cables stretching across the streets, but they blend naturally into the cityscape rather than disrupting it. Trams share the road with cars and always have priority, reinforcing their importance in daily life. Taxis, however, require caution. While official taxi companies and ride-hailing services like Uber offer reliable and fairly priced rides, unregistered taxis can be expensive and unpredictable. This is especially true around tourist hotspots and the airport, where unsuspecting visitors may be charged far more than expected. Knowing this difference can save both money and frustration. What's remarkable is how transportation reinforces Prague's urban harmony. Movement here is calm, structured, and human-scaled. There is no rush to dominate the streets, no aggressive competition for space. Instead, the city flows quietly, efficiently, and with purpose. As you ride a tram past centuries-old facades or descend into a spotless metro station beneath them, you begin to feel it. Prague is not just beautiful to look at. It is thoughtfully designed to be lived in, explored, and understood one smooth journey at a time. After experiencing how smoothly Prague moves, it becomes clear that this efficiency does not come from infrastructure alone, it comes from the people. Education plays a central role in Czech society, shaping not only how the country functions, but how it thinks. With a literacy rate of around 99%, the Czech Republic ranks among the most educated nations in the world. Knowledge here is not treated as a privilege. It is a foundation. This becomes visible in everyday life. On trams, in metro stations, cafes, and parks, it is common to see people reading books. Not scrolling endlessly, not rushing but reading. It creates a quiet atmosphere of focus and self-awareness, giving the city a thoughtful, almost introspective rhythm. Prague feels calm, not because it lacks energy, but because its energy is controlled. Language is another reflection of this depth. Czech is the official language, closely related to Slovak, yet notoriously difficult for outsiders. It uses 7 grammatical cases, flexible word order, and challenging verb conjugations. Pronunciation can be unforgiving, filled with consonant clusters and sounds unfamiliar to English speakers. Even reading a single word can feel like solving a puzzle. Yet for Czechs, this complexity is a source of pride, a linguistic identity that survived empires, occupations, and political pressure. Despite the difficulty of the language, communication rarely feels hostile. Many younger Czechs speak English well, especially in cities, while older generations may prefer Czech or Slovak. There is a quiet expectation here. Effort is respected. Even attempting a few Czech words often earns a smile. Visually, Czech people often reflect their Central European heritage. Fair skin, light-colored eyes, and soft hair tones are common. Their appearance is modern and understated rather than flashy. Fashion tends to be practical, clean, and subtle, blending effortlessly with the city's architectural elegance. There is confidence here, but it is not loud. What stands out most is posture and presence. Czech people move with calm purpose. They do not rush unnecessarily, nor do they seek attention. This creates a social environment that feels balanced and grounded. As a visitor, you begin to realize that Prague's beauty is not only in its buildings or streets, but in the mindset of those who inhabit them. Education, language, and character come together quietly, shaping a society that feels intelligent, composed, and deeply self-aware, a place where thinking is as natural as breathing. To understand the calm confidence of Czech society today, we must look at its modern history, a story defined not by violent rupture, but by quiet transformation. The roots of the Czech state lie in the Austro-Hungarian Empire, where Czech lands were among the most industrially and culturally advanced regions. This period shaped a population accustomed to structure, education, and civic order, values that still echo through daily life. After the collapse of the Austro-Hungarian Empire following World War I, the Czechs and Slovaks united to form Czechoslovakia. For decades, the two nations shared a common state, navigating war, occupation, and communist rule together. Yet, despite external pressure and ideological control during the Soviet era, Czech identity never disappeared. It adapted, observed, and waited. One of the most remarkable moments in European history came in 1993, when Czechoslovakia peacefully split into two independent countries, the Czech Republic and Slovakia. This event, known as the Velvet Divorce, occurred without war, violence, or bloodshed. It reflected a political maturity rarely seen in modern history, and reinforced the Czech preference for dialogue over conflict. Following independence, the Czech Republic made a clear strategic choice. In 1999, it joined NATO, aligning itself with Western security structures. In 2004, it became a member of the European Union, further anchoring the country within Europe's political and economic framework. These decisions were not rushed reactions, but calculated steps toward stability, cooperation, and long-term prosperity. National identity is also expressed through symbols, most notably the Czech flag. Featuring red, white, and blue, its design dates back to the Czechoslovak era. Originally similar to the Polish flag, a blue triangle was added to represent Slavic heritage and the region of Moravia. After Slovakia's independence, the Czech Republic retained the flag, transforming it into a symbol of continuity rather than separation. Its colors are commonly associated with honesty, loyalty, justice, and peace. What makes Czech identity unique is its quiet strength. There is no need for dramatic nationalism or loud displays of pride. History has taught the Czechs resilience through patience, intelligence through restraint, and independence through calm determination. As you walk through Prague today, surrounded by educated citizens, preserved architecture, and a stable society, you begin to sense it clearly. The Czech Republic did not fight loudly to define itself. It simply chose its path carefully, deliberately, and on its own terms. After exploring the Czech Republic's calm political path and strong national identity, reality steps in through something far more practical: money. And this is where many visitors are caught off guard. Despite being a member of the European Union, the Czech Republic does not use the euro. Instead, it operates with its own currency, the Czech koruna. This decision protects economic independence. But for travelers, it introduces a hidden layer of complexity. The first and most common mistake happens the moment you land. Currency exchange offices at the airport often offer extremely unfavorable rates. What looks convenient can quietly cost you a significant portion of your money. The same applies to certain ATMs, especially those operated by private companies like Euronet. These machines may appear everywhere, but they often apply poor exchange rates and hidden fees. In some cases, travelers lose up to 20% of their money without realizing it. Even more deceptive are exchange offices advertising no commission. At first glance, this sounds reassuring. In reality, the commission is simply buried inside an unfavorable exchange rate. For example, exchanging 100 euros should give you around 2,500 Czech koruna. Many exchange offices will only give you 2,000 to 2,200, quietly taking the difference. The loss feels small in the moment, but it adds up quickly over multiple transactions. This financial trap contrasts sharply with the country's otherwise transparent and orderly systems. Public transportation is affordable, food prices are reasonable, and daily expenses can be well managed, but only if you handle currency wisely. Locals rarely face these issues because they already operate within the system. Tourists, however, often learn the hard way. The key lesson here is awareness. Using official bank ATMs, checking exchange rates in advance, and avoiding impulsive exchanges can make a dramatic difference. The Czech Republic is not an expensive country by European standards, but careless financial decisions can make it feel that way. This reality reflects something deeper about Czech society. It is practical, structured, and expects individuals to take responsibility. The system works, but it rewards those who pay attention. So as you continue your journey through Prague's beautiful streets, remember this. The city may feel medieval and romantic, but its financial rules are modern and precise. Understanding them doesn't just save money. It allows you to experience the Czech Republic with clarity, confidence, and control, instead of unnecessary frustration. After understanding money traps and daily expenses, the next question becomes unavoidable. How well do people actually live here? The answer is layered, realistic, and more complex than first impressions suggest. In the Czech Republic, the minimum monthly income for a full-time worker is around 750 euros. At first glance, this may feel modest by Western European standards. However, average salaries can rise significantly depending on skills and profession. Many workers earn around 1,600 euros per month, while specialized professionals in technology, engineering, or international companies may take home even more. On paper, these numbers appear promising. Reality becomes clearer when housing enters the equation. In Prague, rent consumes a large portion of income. Sharing an apartment can be relatively manageable, but renting a small one-bedroom or two-bedroom apartment often costs close to 1,000 euros per month. This means that even with an average salary, housing alone can absorb more than half of monthly earnings. As a result, Prague is not as cheap as it first appears, especially for residents rather than short-term visitors. Yet quality of life is not measured by income alone. One of the Czech Republic's strongest advantages is its healthcare system. The country operates a universal public healthcare model, funded through mandatory national health insurance. Every citizen is covered, and access to medical services is widespread. Hospitals are modern, emergency services operate around the clock, and patients can choose their doctors and specialists freely. Healthcare quality in the Czech Republic ranks among the best in the European Union. Costs are low, waiting times are reasonable, and patient satisfaction is high. This creates a strong sense of security, even for those who may feel financial pressure in other areas of life. What emerges is a balanced picture. Life in the Czech Republic is not luxurious for everyone, but it is stable. People may worry about rent or savings, yet they benefit from safety, healthcare, education, and infrastructure. Smiles on the streets are not signs of wealth, but of reliability. In the end, the Czech quality of life is built on predictability rather than excess. It offers something many societies struggle to provide: a system that works quietly, supports its people, and allows them to live with dignity. even when money is tight. After exploring income, housing, and the realities of daily life, we arrive at one of the most surprising aspects of the Czech Republic: its relationship with religion, or more precisely, its distance from it. This country is widely considered one of the most atheist nations in the world, and that fact quietly shapes how people think, live, and interact. Among young people aged 16 to 29, studies suggest that up to 91% do not follow any religion. Even across the general population, a large portion either identifies as atheist or chooses not to discuss religious beliefs at all. Churches still stand, bells still ring, and religious architecture remains beautifully preserved. But faith itself plays a minimal role in everyday decision-making. This mindset did not appear overnight. Its roots trace back to the communist era, when religious institutions were discouraged and belief was pushed out of public life. Over time, this separation from religion became normal, even comfortable. What began as political pressure slowly evolved into a cultural habit passed down through generations. Today, many Czechs simply live without religion, not in rebellion, but in indifference. What replaces it is practicality. Czech society tends to be rational, grounded, and realistic. People focus on education, work, personal freedom, and quality of life, rather than spiritual guidance. Moral values are shaped more by social responsibility than doctrine. This creates a surprisingly relaxed atmosphere. Conversations are open. Differences are tolerated. Belief, or the lack of it, is considered a private matter. For visitors, this can feel refreshing. There is little judgment, little pressure, and very few taboos. Cafes are lively, streets feel safe, and social life revolves around culture, humor, and shared experiences rather than ideology. People laugh easily, enjoy simple pleasures, and approach life with a calm sense of independence. This doesn't make the Czech Republic cold or empty, quite the opposite. It feels light, free, unburdened, a place where life is lived for the present moment, not dictated by unseen rules. And now, let me ask you, could you imagine living in one of the world's most atheist countries? Does this lifestyle feel liberating or strange? If this perspective surprised you, hit like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. Your opinion matters here, and the next journey is already waiting to be explored together.